Okay guys, you have a double backhand but something's missing and you're just not sure what's going on. I'm going to give you the basic fundamentals and most important tips on your double backhand. Alright guys, first things first, the nice thing about the double backhand is you can turn nice and early because the grip change happens in the turn. So that's step number one. Always make sure that your left hand is in position for the double backhand. Your right hand can be on the forehand grip, so you can easily go from forehand, and then when you go to backhand you just switch your right hand into the turn. Very important. So your left hand is on eastern left-handed forehand grip, and then you go from forehand to bevel number 2, continental. It happens with the turn. Very easy step. Step number 2, very common mistake for double-handed backhand players, because there's two hands, it is a little bit tighter. So make very sure with the turn, the tip of your racket head is pointing back, and also very important, the racket head has to be higher than your wrist, because this gives you space to drop, and this is going to be momentum. When you step in, this will give you momentum into the ball. You don't want to turn straight down, there's no momentum. All the way back, racket head higher than the wrist, then it will go into the drop for the momentum. Very important on the double-handed backhand. I see way too many players that never get into the power position. Power position is, well, the wrong one is. So what I always tell my players is to make sure that you get into the power position as you step out and then in. Because now you can see when I step out, in, I'm strong. And if I just step across, if I'm hitting that way, I'm very weak. So notice how I step out, then in. That helps me to get into this very strong position. Out, out, in. So that left leg out, right leg in makes a double backhand extremely strong. Next step, when you get into the contact point, please make very sure that your wrists are not limited. They have to be loose and independent, because the more loose they are, the more racket head speed you're going to get. You don't want to be doing backhands like this. They should always be free so that the racket can do what it needs to. The looser my wrists are, the more spin and power I'm getting. You can notice on that last ball how the ball is dipping right at the end, and that's because of the loose wrist. Now, very important, you always have coaches talking about the left hand that needs to do the work, which is very important. But understand that if you're looking for more brush, your left hand should go a little bit more up. And if you want to go a bit more flat, your left hand still goes up and over, but it's a little bit longer through the ball. It's more flat, and where the brush, it goes up first. So the brush one looks like this. So I go a little bit more up. If I want to hit more flat, then I'm still spinning it, but a lot longer through the ball. And then before I give you my last step, guys, friendly reminder, if you want to work with me personally, if you're serious about going to the next level, check the link in the description. I've got a special running. You get my course plus 2 free video analysis, and you get to work with me one-on-one. I'd love to work with you if you want to go to the next level. Lastly, my personal favorite, once you've got everything in position, you can throw it all away if you pull your head out of the shot. Your head is the master of your body, so make sure you keep your head steady while everything else happens. Make sure you're not pulling out. If I'm pulling out, this will happen. Everything is in position, but then I'm pulling away. You want to keep your head still as the racket does the work. And you can use the head on all shots. If you keep your head stable while the racket and the body does the work, your game becomes better immediately. Subscribe, see you for my next one.